Hi, it's Julia Loves Beginning, and today I want to talk about gratitude, something that is really clicking into place for me perceptually, and I feel very happy about it. So it's kind of funny with everything that's happening in the world. Um, to feel very happy in the midst of it, but it's also heartening to realize that you can feel very happy in any circumstances, and to realize why you feel so happy. So in the thumbnail for this, I tried to include this picture. Yeah, it's just showing up as this big blob of light no matter how I hold it. But maybe if I hold it down a little, it's a picture of the sunlight coming through the tree leaves, and I'll post a link to it. But today I was at my dad's house. I went over there for lunch, and when I was looking, my dad and my sister lived together. When I was looking at the tree in the front yard, I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to take a picture of that. I didn't know why exactly. I just knew I was gonna have to take a photo. So as I was leaving, I took a photo, and I got this beautiful image of the light shining through the trees. And it really sums up for me the reason why it's possible to be happy in the midst of anything. Because the only thing that's real is love. The only thing that's real is the light, and the decision to see it is ours. It may seem very tough, and I'm sure there will be other times when it feels very tough for me, but today it seemed like a breakthrough because I have been practicing for a very long time this gratitude for everybody and in every situation. And this light I saw through the leaves really looks like that inner light I see in my mind's eye when I'm focusing on others, like every other, and I'm looking at what they truly are, and I'm thanking them for what they're teaching me, and I'm thanking them for what they're helping me to release. So even if you're looking out at the world and you feel very disturbed by current events, um, I'm just going back and forth in my mind. Am I supposed to refer to them specifically? Am I not supposed to refer to them specifically? There's so much guilt and sensitivity around it that it's hard to kind of get through that forest. I'm still releasing here, but I think that's the opportunity we all have, is that we run into that feeling, that guilt or that horror or that fear, that bone chilling fear, or the anger or the irritation. And we realize this is my opportunity right here, right now, to accept healing for myself, to go in and discover the thought that's attached to that feeling, to recognize the thought's a lie, to release the thought, and to come into a new understanding of everyone and everything. And it really does work. It's the simplest thing you can do, over and over and over again, the same thing. Anybody can do it because it's so simple. The feeling tells you you're believing a lie. It's your own lie. It's your own thought. It's nobody else's thought. It's so if I'm looking out at the world and having a problem, it's a smokescreen for my thoughts. My thoughts are causing the distress. And now I can look out at every character in this drama as it's being presented to me. If I'm looking at police officers or George Floyd, or if I'm looking at a newscaster, or if I'm looking at somebody who's being labeled a rioter, or somebody who's being labeled a protester, if I'm looking at a politician, what I can see in all of them is this light. I only have to look deep enough. And that doesn't mean I ignore everything on the surface. It means I have looked at everything on the surface, and I have found my reactivity to every layer of it. And I've worked with it, and I've let it go and let it go and let it go. And now I can see who they are. And now I can see how their roles are so helpful. I mean, I've seen it before. I've said it before. I do this all the time. I'll say, well, I've already said this, but now I'm really feeling it. It's like a layer deeper today. Thank you to everybody playing every role. And as I was thinking about this today and talking to my non-physical friends, it's like everybody without exception, we have to include the man who kneeled upon another man's neck. Okay? Without exception, every actor in the drama deserves not one Oscar, but 5 Oscars, because they help us so perfectly access where our thoughts are are making a nightmare. And those are some hard words to say when you're willing to see the light everybody is without exception. I feel like I could get judged for that. That's where I'm still fearful and shrinking from love. I can feel that. So that's yet another opportunity. But I really can look through the role playing and see how accessing our feelings helps us release the thinking that has us looking at each other as so different and dysfunctional in the first place. And looking through that tree, the branches and the leaves and the clouds and the sky, to the light that seems to come from beyond all that, the light is what's real. The branches and the leaves and the clouds and the sky may look beautiful, threatening, they may look like anything at all, but I look right through them to the light, and the light is the truth. And the light can run all the characters with our permission. We are running around thinking we are doing things and being proud or ashamed because of what we think we have done. We look out at the world and we see others, we believe they're separate, others running around doing things, and we're either impressed or distressed by what we believe they separately are doing. But the real story beyond all that, way beyond all that, is only love, is only the light. And to be able to stop and look through all the reactivity and see that allows me to thank everybody for what they show me I'm feeling and for what they show me I'm thinking. So I think that sums up what I want to say today is we owe everybody without exception nothing but gratitude. And it's such a feeling of relief to experience that genuinely and to feel how much we do love each other underneath the surface of the drama. The love I seem to feel for an other is really the love that connects us all. So we all love because we all are love. And in our experience of this drama, when we calm down in the mind, when we allow the mind to calm, because we're in gratitude, we're in joy, we're seeing all these beings around us, no matter what role they're playing, without exception, we're seeing them light up so brilliantly and so beautifully because they're all helping us. Then, because all our minds are connected, it seems that all the other minds calm too. And all the other minds have that pathway to gratitude and joy too, because they're a reflection. Everybody's a mirror. So if I'm looking at the man who knelt on another man's neck, that's a mirror. If I'm looking at George Floyd, that's a mirror. If I'm looking at a newscaster, that's a mirror. If I'm looking at a politician, that's a mirror. There's only one of us, so it's always me I'm looking at. And to realize how beautifully we can connect, because we are connected all the time, across time and space, across seeming to be in a body or seeming to have left the body. We're all connected all the time. So it's not that I connect, it's more like I tune into the connection that's always there. And then the world I'm projecting shows me that I'm more consistently in the awareness of that. And it's not so scary when you see eruptions, opportunities to become aware of how you feel, to become aware of how you think, and to release that dysfunctional thinking. We're surrounded by nothing but opportunity all the time, and we can always be grateful for those opportunities. So I'm full of gratitude for you, and thank you.